Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is Wylie's Race Report. Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is Wylie's Race Report. And tonight, we're going to show you who won. Back on last Saturday, the 14th of June, 2025, it was Fan Appreciation Night. And what a great night it was. A lot of great fans, some giveaways, and a lot of great racing action. We'll tell you who took home the win in just a little bit. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this Saturday at Antioch Speedway. 21st, the dirt flies at Antioch Speedway, where action is the attraction. Get ready for edge of your seats action as the Cameron Martin Memorial takes center stage. The Hunt Magneto sprint cars, the mini stocks, the dwarf cars, and the hard tops go head to head in a battle for victory. Gates open at 4 o'clock, racing action kicks off at 6 o'clock. This is one night you don't want to miss. Feel the adrenaline, hear the roar, and witness the thrill of Antioch Speedway, where action is the attraction. Be there! So that is who won this past Saturday night. Can't wait to find out who's going to win this upcoming Saturday night when we have the Hunt Magneto series in the house for the second time of the year, along with the dwarf cars, the hard tops, and the mini stocks all in action this Saturday night, the 21st of June. Be there. It's going to be a great time. As I have switched over to reporting who won on Wylie's Race Report into doing stand-up interviews. Longer interviews with some of the folks at the racetrack this past Saturday. I had the opportunity to talk to one of the drivers. She is in the IMCA Sport Modified division. She has a family operation. Her dad supports her, her mom's there, and she comes out and she always has a smile on her face. I'm referring to the driver of the number 2 IMCA Sport Modified, Kelly Campanile. Take a look. Here with driver of the 2 IMCA Northern Sports Modified, Kelly Campanile. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day.
It is. It's not too hot today.
It's Fan Appreciation Night, which is always fun.
Oh, yes. I hope a lot of people came out.
Yes, I'm sure the fans are going to have lots of people, lots of giveaways and stuff.
Yep.
All right, so I've been doing this new thing. I'm going around on every Saturday, and I'm doing a longer interview.
Okay.
Instead of just about today, let's talk about stuff. So first thing I want to ask you, how did you get started in racing?
So my parents raced, growing up, they raced Volkswagen Bugs at Petaluma Speedway in a foreign stock class. And as we got older, they got rid of the cars. Then my dad got a sprint car and I wanted to drive it. And he told me that I had to get a car and practice racing before I could get into a sprint car. So I went online, found a car for like $400, bought it, started racing it in a, kind of like in the mini stocks. This was before I started racing at Petaluma, before they had front wheel drive cars. I had a front wheel drive car, so I would race with the mini stocks there and just wanted to keep getting faster and faster. And then he finally let me drive the sprint car one day, and I didn't like being outside.
It's a different feeling, huh?
I said, for a compromise, how about a sport mod?
And here you are.
Yes.
And you run well with it. What's your highlight to you of your racing career?
Probably finishing second to Jason Ryan and holding off Kenny Schrader for probably 15 to 17 laps last year.
That was a good run.
It was.
What's been your low light, the low point of your racing?
Just probably the crashing and trying to get it back together every week after week. It kind of grinds on you after a while.
You've been doing this for how long?
I've been in the sport mob for, I think, 7 seasons now.
I know I got to rack my brain, 2022 or 2021, I saw you and your dad at a school over at Ryland's place.
Yes.
In the off season.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're not just doing this on weekends, hey, let's go racing. You're really trying to figure out how it's done.
Yes. That's his mechanical mind, that he wants to know how it works. Why does it work that way? What if we did this? How come it doesn't work when we do that? So that school was actually really good to teach you that. I know they still have it online through Speed Union TV. It's still there. You can still buy it.
Yeah, I was there for one day doing a little filming work on it. And that looked, from my past as a racer, it's like, ooh, it's good stuff to know.
There was a lot of education in that class. Even though it was only 2 days, there was a lot of education.
Cramming 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound sack.
Pretty much.
So how much were you able to take from that? What did it do for you and your racing program that upcoming season? Because that was the off-season one.
It gave me more confidence in knowing the changes we made on the car, what it would do, and how it would feel racing, rather than we made a change, good luck. Tell me what you feel. It was you made this change, the car should feel like this, it should do this. If it's doing something else, then maybe you need to adjust that with this. So
how do you do it when you go out, you practice, you get your heat race and stuff, you come back in and you debrief with your dad? Are you telling him, I think we need to do X, Y, Z, or are you just saying, here's what I'm feeling, and he's saying, here's what we need to do, or a combination? I
tell him, this is what I feel in the car, and he goes, okay. He has a whole notebook in there, and he goes, okay, we did this last time, so we'll do that again, because she liked it when it was like this. And then you also have to play with track conditions.
I was just going to say, how do you approach the different track conditions, dry slick to a heavy track? What's one's your favorite?
I prefer a heavy track. I mean, racing in Petaluma, I didn't know what dry slick was. Then I got a sport mod and they're like, oh, it's dry slick. I'm like, I don't know what that means. But now I do, and you just make adjustments. You adjust your driving, you adjust your car to your needs, and then just hope for the best. Hopefully you made the right changes.
I've talked about up in the booth and stuff, how this track has 2 different ends. Turn 1 and 2 is different than 3 and 4. What's your approach? Are you setting up more for 1 and 2, or are you setting up for 3 and 4? Or are you really trying to find an equal compromise?
We're setting up for 3 and 4. My 1 and 2, I love 1 and 2 here. 3 and 4 gets tricky throughout the night. Yes. It'll develop a rut. It'll develop a wet spot. It'll develop a dry spot. It will suck you to the wall as you come out. It's different each lap.
It's fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Keeps it challenging.
It does. It really does.
All right, when you're not at the racetrack, you're not working on a race car, what are you doing? What do you do for fun?
I just got back from Hawaii, so nice. I like to go vacation. Actually just set up plans with some friends to go paddleboarding on the Delta.
Nice.
Usually just hanging out at home in the pool or just out around town, just hanging out, living life.
What do you do for a day job?
I work at John Muir. I work at outpatient physical therapy. So I do the scheduling.
I don't see the symbol anymore.
Well, they give me a paycheck. They don't pay for my race car.
I bring that up because that first time you came out, everybody was like, where's the symbol? The medical symbol.
I know.
It was something that everybody was familiar with, and it was really different.
I know. I'll have to talk to my cousin at Zumaluma Graphics to see what he can come up with to put that back on the car.
Here it is.
Yep.
That's how we know
our tribute car for 2020.
Yeah. That's how we know it's you. All right, so this year, what are you doing? You running for points here?
No, we're
You're just having fun?
We're just having fun this year.
And traveling around?
No. We're
Not
just
much?
gonna race here. It's close to home. So, and then my mom's just getting better, so we're just taking it slow.
Will you do the Pettit this year?
I just talked to Sam. I think I'm gonna go down and work at the Pettit. I'm not gonna race it.
Not gonna race, you're gonna go work. So you'll
Yep.
be there.
I'll be there.
That's always a fun time.
Yeah.
I love going down for that.
Maybe Adrian will let me be the passenger.
Oh, there you go. That was funny a couple years ago when that happened. She was gonna get on that track one way or another, right?
We were. We were going.
That was a good time. Who do you want to say thanks to? Who helps you get out here on the racetrack each and every week?
Would like to say thank you to Tanya and Kevin at Erickson Realty, to Michelle and Brian at Serendipity Cellars. If you haven't been out there, it is a fun winery. My cousin Chad and Noelle at Zumaluma Graphics. And
Love
then
that name.
obviously my mom and dad, and definitely check out the Oakley Bread Store on Main Street.
Yeah. Yumminess. Right
Yes.
there. Yumminess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kelly Campanile, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Kelly Campanile, driver of the 2 IMCA Sport Modified. Make sure you stop by and say hi. It was great having a stand-up interview with Kelly Campanile, again, driver of the 2 car in the IMCA Sport Modified ranks. Good family operation there. And again, like I said earlier, always a smile on her face. Love having her around and look forward to seeing her throughout the rest of the 2025 season at Antioch Speedway. Let's take a look at what's coming up this Saturday night, June 21st.
21st, the dirt flies at Antioch Speedway, where action is the attraction. Get ready for edge of your seats action as the Cameron Martin Memorial takes center stage. The Hunt Magneto sprint cars, the mini stocks, the dwarf cars, and the hard tops go head to head in a battle for victory. Gates open at 4 o'clock, racing action kicks off at 6 o'clock. This is one night you don't want to miss. Feel the adrenaline, hear the roar, and witness the thrill of Antioch Speedway, where action is the attraction. Be there!
It's going to be a great night of racing at Antioch Speedway. You don't want to miss it. Come on out and watch the Hunt Series of dwarf cars, the mini stocks, and the hard tops, all in action Saturday night at Antioch Speedway. That's going to do it for this episode of Wylie's Race Report. You have to tune in next week to find out who I talk to this upcoming weekend and have that stand-up interview with for Wylie's Race Report. Until next time, I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody. Microphone test in 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello, hello. I'm working.
Hello. I don't know.
Had a lot of great racing on store and son of a gun. Who's going to win this upcoming Saturday night with a Hunt Magneto? That were the winners from this. That's who won this. I don't know what to say. Okay, Sam, let's try this again, shall we?
Remember then.
Yeah, not use my phone?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
3, 2.